So what's your age?
I'm 34.
You're 34. You look younger.
I know.
So where you from?
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
I was born in Selma, but I've been in Birmingham
So
since
how
first
how
grade.
how you came to be out here?
Well, I had just got out of prison at the end of 2021, and my
Talk loud so
I
they
ain't,
can
I
hear you.
ain't had nowhere to go, so and some stuff had happened with me, and so I tried to do something myself or whatever, and UAB sent me here basically for real.
What's UAB?
A hospital in Birmingham.
So like when you got out of prison, they didn't have a place for you to go.
Nah, so
So like when you just check out, you just went right back to the streets.
yeah.
How long you been out here?
I've been here since like not last Christmas, but the Christmas before last.
You don't got family?
Yeah. I
Well, why you want to go stay with them?
mean, everybody got their own little
I mean, you're not.
money issues going on.
Well, I mean, you're not close with them.
Yeah.
So where you go? You go down to the commission. I mean, to the mission.
Sometimes, I used to, but I got put out. I'm on trespass, you know.
So you still got anger problems and stuff like that.
Not really. The guy was talking to me like I was a child, basically.
So now where you go to now when it's getting cold?
Wherever I landed.
We ain't no third world.
So what? I mean, what? You got no plan or nothing, man. I mean, you just gonna keep roaming?
I ain't gonna keep roaming. I'm gonna try to find. I be working sometime, but I ain't been working lately. Like
You can't go like a temp.
I don't have nowhere to keep my stuff.
But don't they have that like the labor finders work today, pay today?
Labor finders, staff zone. They got some more.
You go there sometime?
Staff zone.
How about the plasma center? Don't they pay?
I don't have the proper identification right now.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
staff zone been had my ID and copy of my birth certificate, so
Yeah.
I'm still in the system.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate the video, man. I hope you get better, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thanks.
Can I ask what my brother just asked me?
Oh, you come over here. Oh, I just saw. Man, what you got in your hand, man?
Cigar.
Oh.
No.
Oh. So what's your name?
My name is Tony Jackson.
How long you been out here?
Actually, I'm out here trying to help.
Huh?
I'm actually out here trying to help. Been out here about 2 months. My mom and I, we have an outreach church. And out here trying to help some of those who need help.
Oh, so you out here helping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know the stories because this being Huntsville, and you know how we building, and everybody's saying the jobs are here, it's getting more expensive, the housing, but a lot of people don't know, other parts of Huntsville that's out here. People are, hurting and trying to make a living. People in the streets. Like when you tell people, like people in Madison and stuff, you say there's people in the streets, they don't believe it. So I'm just trying to make a video, trying to make it better.
Well, I applaud you for what you're doing because
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I set out with this mission was to help people, like individuals like
Yeah, he looking young. He said he's 30, man. I thought he was like 20 something.
it's just some of them, they get caught up in the quicksand.
Yeah. No, I just gave it to him. I just gave him. So are you following the war on TV with the Russian invasion?
Yeah, I was taking a look at that this
What you
morning.
tell me what you think about it?
Well, sometimes being a big brother takes on a big responsibility. And we can't big brother everyone.
So you think Russia is consider itself a big brother to Ukraine?
I think we're considering ourselves big brothers.
Oh, the American consider itself big brothers. So we call ourselves looking out for other countries. Well, it's crazy that a lot of people think that because you're in the streets or because you're homeless or whatever, they think that we don't pay attention to the news or what's going on in the world. They think, oh, they got too much problem. They're not worrying about elections. They're not worrying about political. We follow it, but we just don't think our voice is heard.
Well, I think that's in every category.
Yeah.
No matter where you live or what you're doing, you're going to always find a few that want to keep up with current events and some that just don't care about what's going on around them at all.
That's true.
And what we have to do is put them in a direction of where they do care.
Yeah.
Are concerned about these things around them.
Yeah.
Everyone's blessing isn't supposed to be the same.
True.
Your blessing isn't supposed to be mine and vice versa.
Yeah.
So we can encourage our people to try to do something and stop waiting on government help to try to do everything.
Yeah.
we're gonna better ourselves off.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right. Well, I appreciate the video, man. I'm gonna get off here because
Not
for
a
this
problem.
guy, I think this private property, so I don't want to cause him a problem.
Oh, he's not gonna make that 40 to be over here. Well, brother,
All right, man. Keep helping out.
keep up the good work yourself.
All right.
Rock the power.
So, as you see that, man, this guy I saw, you know, I'm trying to do videos on people that are homeless or people that's in the streets or people that are just trying to make it, like the people that we see every day that we pass, and they have a story to tell. So I'm trying to tell their story for them. So like you said, the guy, I thought he was like 22. He looks young. He said he's 30. He said he been to prison, and he said when he got released, they sent him, he went like straight to the streets. I know there's situations like that because I used to work the correctional facility in the jails, where I remember like we had to, they couldn't catch, if they didn't have a ride, we had to give them a ride in the paddy wagon, which is a jail van, a paddy wagon to the nearest bus stop. And the nearest bus stop usually have, you know, running water, bathroom, it's inside where it's not a stop, it's actually a transit stop, and we drop them off there. And a lot of them, they remain there in the streets at the transit, and when it's closed, they end up sleeping on the benches and things like that. So I asked some questions because there are resources and things for a lot of people out there. I can tell certain signs that, you know, he has other things he's fighting that kind of add to a lot of his problems. So there's Labor Finder. Labor Finder is a place where you work that day, you get paid that day. He's aware of that. And then I asked him Plasma, and he said, well, he don't have the proper identification. But if he had the proper identification to go to Labor Finders, where you work that day, get paid that day, the thing with plasma donation is that they test your blood, they test your system. And certain things, you know, if you have a disease or low blood or sickle cells and stuff like that, and, you know, certain things show up, you're not eligible to give plasma. And it might be he doesn't have the proper documentation too. He said he has family, so I asked him why he doesn't go to his family or whatever. He said, you know, family have their own problem. That's true too. You know, families have their own problem. Sometimes people don't want to be a burden to them. But also, if you are fighting other problems like addiction, drug addiction, and things like that, your family probably have tried to help you or brought you in, and they just can't deal with it because it brings a lot of issue. Now, I've seen that in, you know, myself dealing with family members that, you know, you try to help them, but then, you know, things that you heard about and you see and it start coming in your household, then you have to make a decision. Look, I love you to death. I'll try to bring some food where you at or whatever, but you can't stay here because now your issues and your problem is demolishing my family household, and it's a sad thing. So you do have missions and things like this for people like him, but as you see, if he has addiction or a problem, or a lot of times you have mental issues, you can't stay there. Some places you go to, they test you for alcohol when you go in the door and things like that. If you got a high intoxication rate or other things, you can't come there. Even with the missions, it's temporary. You know, you're there to shelter at a certain time of the day. You can go there, and then a certain time in the morning you got to get up and leave. And then that's when you see people about around after 6, they start heading towards the mission because they're looking at doing that time. I'm gonna provide you shelter after the working business hours, but during the morning you should be out there looking for work and things like that. So there's other stories to tell. The other guy, I thought he was of the streets, but he's not. He said he's out there helping people, talking to people, spreading the gospel of Jesus and God. And I've seen him before, and I think he gets free pizza from different places, and he takes it and donates it to them. So everybody has a story to tell. And one thing we touch on is that, you know, these people having their issue, like a lot of Americans having their own problems, but don't think they're not following or in tune to politicians. Like I asked him about the Ukraine and the Russia thing, and he said, you know, America considers itself the big brother. You know, they think they got to protect the little brother, and sometimes it's not all that. And he said, you know, people are in tune, people are following, but, you know, just because you don't deal in their circles, you assume that they don't watch TV, you assume they don't have they don't have the information system, which is a lie. Everything that we know of political elections, what's going on, they are aware of it. That's a lot of their talk amongst themselves when you see them out here talking about what's going on in the world. but a lot of time they feel they can't do nothing or they don't have a voice because they're not put in that situation or that category where people will respect their opinion or not.